Now there are a couple of notes which I still want to make about our solution here. For one, here in has projects, I'm also using props user projects. Well, since we're already extracting user into a ref here in this line, we can of course also utilize this here, user.value projects, and access that. One other thing I want to highlight is this watcher. Here I'm changing the value of the entered search term. Now keep in mind, entered search term is exposed by our use search hook. It's one of the values I'm extracting here. It's originally defined inside of that hook. Now changing things, changing a ref that's defined in that hook from inside the component where you use the hook is something you can do. It will work, as you can tell, but maybe it's also something you want to avoid. For one simple reason: to keep your code understandable and maintainable. If I see this code, I might think that entered search term should be a ref of this component, and I'll not find it there until eventually I see it's coming from this hook here. In addition, changing it here outside of the hook could interfere with other logic you have inside of the hook. It doesn't here, but it could in other apps and other scenarios. So therefore, a more elegant way of changing a value that's defined and used inside of a hook could be to define a separate function that is meant to be used if you want to change a value. And we got such a function already, update search. It takes a value and assigns this value as a new value to the entered search term. And in the end, that's just what I'm doing here, right? So therefore, I can just call update search and pass an empty string as a new value here, because that's what I want to do. I want to set entered search term to an empty string. And with this, I ensure that if I select a user and I'm filtering, I still reset this when I select a different user. So this watcher now still works and still resets my entered search ref, but now it does this in a better way, I would say. Now with that, I'm done with the search functionality though. As a final practice task for you, I want you to now think about a way of outsourcing this sorting functionality. We're only using it in one component, but theoretically that could of course also be used in multiple components. So try creating a custom hook for this. We'll do it together in the next lecture.